Hey guys, Jonathan Graham here. Check out this recent model I designed. This is my 2x2 checkerboard cube from 2 uncut squares of paper. You can see it has a 2x2 checkerboard on each side. This is uses dual paper or paper with white on one side. I'm going to actually be using dual paper today. This is from 6-inch squares, I think. Yeah, or something like that. Not quite sure. But we're going to be using 6-inch squares. I'm using this dual paper 6-inch square. And it uses iso area folding techniques. So what you're going to do is you're going to take one of your squares, doesn't matter which side is up since it's iso area, and you're going to fold in half diagonally and unfold in both directions. In this case I'll use the yellow side facing up for this example. Unfold. And now we're going to flip this over. We're going to fold two sides to the center. Like this. Two opposite corners to the middle. And now you're going to flip over, fold the other two opposites to the center. So now we have this. Now you're going to fold the four corners, these four corners, to the middle, doing a blend space. And we're going to fold them to the center. And now we have this, and now we're going to fold these edges to the center here. It's a little bit thicker now because the layers are smaller. There's more layers here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to unfold this and unfold any two of these sides out and fold like this. And now for the next part, the color orientation is quite important, so I'm actually going to stop at this unit here, and you'll see why in a moment. We're going to take our next square and start the same. I'll just start with the same. It doesn't matter which side is up. In this case we'll just keep it with the yellow side up as with the first one. But being iso area, it doesn't matter so much which side is up first. So we're going to do the same thing. Fold two corners to the middle. Flip over, other two opposite corners to the center. And now we're going to fold a blend space. Fold these corners to the middle, these corners, to make a smaller square. And now we're going to fold the two sides to the middle again, just like with the last one. And now this is where unfold and fold the other two sides to the middle. Basically like making a masu box, essentially. So this is kind of what it is based on the masu box. A variation of. Now this is the important part. You can see here when we unfold these, open this up. Now we're going to open two of these flaps. Now the reason we stopped here on this last unit, because you can see the colors. We have yellow on the left, red on the white, if you're looking at on the right, and then red, yellow. We want to make it this way. You want to turn this so that when we open these flaps up and fold these to the middle, you pick the side where it's mirrored. You can see, the way you can tell is if you hold them like this, you'll see the reds are touching. You don't want it to be like the same as this, where it's like the other way. You want to make it so that they're both opposites. So you have the red on the left, yellow on the right, yellow on the left, red on the right when you open your flaps. If it's not correct, I'll just show you an example. If you open the flaps up and you notice that they're the same, like this, where they're both the same, you just simply open this up, fold these back in, unfold the other flaps, and then they should be right, and you can just check with the other piece to make sure that these are both correct. Now they're correct since the red touches, or if you hold it this way, the yellows touch. Anyways, now on to finishing the model. We're going to use the creases here and very simply open this up like a box. Just like any other box, and just square off the edges nice to make it a nice cube. And these points are just going to fold in on the crease so they're flat. And there's one piece, and now we'll take that other piece we made. Again, it was like this. You're going to open it up on the creases here, basically like a Masu box. But instead of folding these all the way in, you're going to leave them out like this. Once again, I'm going to flatten or fold in the tips here. And just simply pinch around the edges to make a nice little box. And that's your second unit. So it's from 2 sheets of paper, the same color for best results, being different color on each side, of course. And now to put the cube together, this is not too difficult to do. You're going to tuck this flap inside this box. And these go inside this one, and this one goes inside. So if you look, you can see, let me just get it positioned here right. You'll see how the flaps go into the box. This flap goes into the side of this one. It's fairly snug, fairly tight, so you just want to make sure you just ease it together. And then you should have a nice little 2x2 checkerboard cube from 2 sheets of paper. Fairly simple to make, as you can see. If you have this sort of buckling here, you can sort of take these. I'll just take this apart again and just ever so slightly bend them in a bit, if you want, like that, to make it a little bit easier to assemble. If you have a side that's sort of buckling, that's what I would recommend doing, because then it kind of takes out the buckling a little bit. There we go. And there a little bit, but anyway, that's sort of an optional fold if you want. But nonetheless, more or less that's pretty much it. The 2x2 checkerboard cube. It's a cube with a checkerboard on every side. Hope you enjoyed making it. I guess this was from larger than 6-inch squares since it's slightly bigger. But hope you enjoyed making it. It's pretty cool, very colorful, not too difficult to make, and it uses the ISO area technique. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.